The 14 best ways to burn fat fast. Regardless of whether you're hoping to improve your general well-being or just thin down for summer, consuming off overabundance fat can be very difficult. Notwithstanding diet and exercise, various different components can impact weight and fat misfortune. Fortunately, there are a lot of basic advances you can take to build fat consuming rapidly and without any problem. Here are 14 of the most ideal approaches to consume fat rapidly and advance weight reduction. 1. Start strength training. Strength preparing is a sort of activity that expects you to get your muscles against obstruction. It develops bulk and builds fortitude. Most generally, strength preparing includes lifting loads to acquire muscle over the long run. Examination has discovered strength preparing to have different medical advantages, particularly with regards to copying fat. In one investigation, strength preparing diminished instinctive fat in 78 individuals with metabolic disorder. Instinctive fat is a sort of risky fat that encompasses the organs in the tummy. Another investigation showed that 12 weeks of solidarity preparing matched with high-impact practice was more viable at lessening muscle versus fat and paunch fat than oxygen-consuming activity alone. Obstruction preparing may likewise help protect without fat mass, which can expand the quantity of calories your body consumes very still. As indicated by one survey, 10 weeks of opposition preparing could help increment calories consumed very still by 7% and may diminish fat load by 4 pounds, 1.8 kilograms. Doing bodyweight works out. Lifting loads or utilizing rec center hardware are a couple of simple approaches to begin with strength preparing. Summary. Strength preparing has been appeared to increment resting energy use and lessen tummy fat, particularly when joined with high-impact workout. 2. Follow a high-protein diet. Counting more protein-rich food sources in your eating routine is a successful method to lessen your craving and consume more fat. Indeed, various investigations have discovered that eating all the more top-notch protein is related with a lower hazard of gut fat. One examination likewise showed that a high-protein diet can help protect bulk and digestion during weight reduction. Increasing your protein admission may likewise build sensations of completion, decline craving and decrease calorie admission to help in weight reduction. Take a stab at consolidating a couple of servings of high-protein food varieties into your eating routine every day to help amp up fat consuming. A few instances of protein-rich food sources incorporate meat, fish, eggs, vegetables and dairy items. Summary: eating more protein might be related with a lower hazard of stomach fat. Expanding your protein admission can diminish hunger, lower calorie admission and safeguard bulk. 3. Squeeze in more sleep. Hitting the sack somewhat prior or setting your morning timer somewhat later can help support fat consuming and forestall weight acquire. A few investigations have discovered a relationship between getting sufficient rest and weight reduction. One investigation of 68,183 ladies showed that the individuals who dozed 5 or less hours out of every night over a time of 16 years were bound to put on weight than the individuals who dozed for more than 7 hours of the evening. Another examination showed that better rest quality and getting at any rate 7 hours of rest each night improved the probability of fruitful weight reduction by 33% in 245 ladies took a crack at a 6-month Get Healthy plan. Other examination shows that an absence of rest may add to adjustments in hunger chemicals, expanded craving and a higher danger of corpulence. In spite of the fact that everybody needs an alternate measure of rest, most investigations have discovered that getting in any event 7 hours of rest each night is related with the most advantages with regards to body weight. Adhere to a normal rest plan. Limit your admission of caffeine and limit your utilization of electronic gadgets before bed to help support a solid rest cycle. Summary: getting enough rest might be related with diminished craving and yearning, just as a lower hazard of weight acquire. 4. Add vinegar to your diet. Vinegar is notable for its well-being advancing properties. Notwithstanding its likely impacts on heart well-being and glucose control, expanding your admission of vinegar may help knock up fat consuming, as indicated by some exploration. One examination tracked down that burning through 1 to 2 tablespoons, 15 to 30 milliliters, of vinegar day by day decreased individuals' body weight, paunch fat and normal abdomen perimeter over a 12-week time span. Devouring vinegar has likewise been appeared to upgrade sensations of totality and lessen hunger. Another little investigation of 11 individuals showed that adding vinegar to the eating regimen decreased everyday calorie consumption by up to 275 calories. It's not difficult to join vinegar into your eating regimen. For instance, numerous individuals weaken apple juice vinegar with water and drink it as a refreshment a couple of times each day with dinners. Be that as it may, if drinking vinegar straight doesn't sound engaging, you can likewise utilize it to make dressings, sauces and marinades. Summary: vinegar whey help increment sensations of totality, decline calorie admission and lower muscle to fat ratio. 5. Eat more healthy fats. Despite the fact that it might appear to be unreasonable, expanding your admission of sound fats may really help forestall weight gain and assist you with keeping up sensations of completion. Fat requires a long time to process and can help moderate the exhausting of the stomach, which can diminish craving and appetite. One examination tracked down that after a Mediterranean eating routine, wealthy in sound fats from olive oil and nuts was related with a lower hazard of weight acquire contrasted with a low-fat eating regimen. Another little investigation found that when individuals on a weight reduction diet took 2 tablespoons, 30 milliliters, of coconut oil every day, they lost more paunch fat than the individuals who were given soybean oil. In the meantime, unfortunate sorts of fat like trans fats have been appeared to build muscle versus fat, abdomen perimeter and midsection fat in human and creature considers. Olive oil, coconut oil, avocados, nuts and seeds are only a couple instances of sound sorts of fat that may effectively affect fat consuming. Nonetheless, remember that sound fat is still high in calories, so moderate the amount you devour. Rather than eating more fat generally, have a go at trading the unfortunate fats in your eating regimen for these solid fat assortments. Summary: fat is processed gradually, so eating it can help lessen hunger. A higher admission of sound fats is related with a lower hazard of weight acquire and diminished tummy fat. 6. Drink healthier beverages. Trading out sugar-improved beverages for some better determinations is perhaps the most effortless approaches to expand fat consuming. For instance, sugar-improved refreshments like pop and squeeze are loaded with calories and offer minimal dietary benefit. Liquor is likewise high in calories and has the additional impact of bringing down your hindrances, making you bound to indulge. Studies have tracked down that devouring both sugar-improved refreshments and liquor is related with a higher danger of gut fat. Restricting your admission of these refreshments can help diminish your calorie admission and hold your waistline under tight restraints. All things considered, pick sans calorie refreshments like water or green tea. In one little, 12-week study, drinking 17 ounces, 500 milliliters, of water before dinners expanded weight reduction by 4.4 pounds, 2 kilograms, contrasted with a benchmark group. Green tea is another extraordinary choice. It contains caffeine and is wealthy in cell reinforcements, the two of which may help increment fat consuming and upgrade digestion. For example, one investigation in 12 grown-ups showed that green tea removed expanded fat consuming by 12% contrasted with a fake treatment. Exchanging even only a couple of servings of unhealthy refreshments for a glass of water or some green tea is a basic method to advance fat consuming. Summary: sugar-improved refreshments and cocktails might be related with a higher danger of midsection fat. Green tea and water have been appeared to expand weight reduction and fat consuming. 7. Fill up on fiber. Dissolvable fiber ingests water and travels through the stomach-related parcel gradually, assisting you with feeling more full for more. As per a few examinations, expanding your admission of high-fiber food sources may ensure against weight gain and fat gathering. One investigation of 1,114 grown-ups found that for every 10-gram expansion in dissolvable fiber consumption each day, members lost 3.7% of their midsection fat over a 5-year timespan, even with no different changes in diet or exercise. Another audit additionally tracked down that expanding fiber consumption advanced sensations of totality and diminished yearning. Indeed, an increment of 14 grams of fiber each day was related with a 10% lessening in calorie consumption. That, however, it was likewise connected to almost 4.4 pounds, 2 kilograms, of weight reduction over a 4-month time span. Natural products, vegetables, entire grains, nuts and seeds are a couple of instances of high-fiber food sources that can support fat consuming and weight reduction. Summary: a higher admission of fiber might be related with fat misfortune, diminished calorie consumption, and more noteworthy weight reduction. 8. Eliminate refined carbs. Diminishing your admission of refined carbs may assist you with losing fat. During handling, refined grains are deprived of their wheat and germ, bringing about an end result that is low in fiber and supplements. Refined carbs likewise will in general have a higher glycemic record, which can cause spikes and crashes in glucose levels, bringing about expanded yearning. Studies show that an eating routine high in refined carbs might be related with expanded tummy fat. On the other hand, an eating routine high in entire grains has been related with a lower weight record and body weight, in addition to a more modest midriff circuit. One examination in 2,834 individuals additionally showed that those with higher admissions of refined grains would in general have a higher measure of illness-advancing midsection fat, while the individuals who ate all the more entire grains would in general have a lower sum. For the best outcomes, lessen your admission of refined carbs from baked goods, handled food sources, pastas, white breads, and breakfast cereals. Supplant them with entire grains like entire wheat, quinoa, buckwheat, grain, and oats. Summary: refined carbs are low in fiber and supplements. They may expand appetite and cause spikes and crashes in glucose levels. Burning through refined carbs has additionally been related with expanded tummy fat. 9. Increment your cardio. Cardio, otherwise called vigorous exercise, is quite possibly the most widely recognized types of activity and is characterized as an activity that explicitly prepares the heart and lungs. Adding cardio to your routine might be quite possibly the best approaches to upgrade fat consuming. For instance, one audit of 16 examinations tracked down that the more oxygen-consuming activity individuals got, the more midsection fat they lost. Different examinations have tracked down that vigorous exercise can build bulk and diminishing paunch fat, midsection outline, and muscle versus fat. Most examination suggests between 150 to 300 minutes of moderate to fiery exercise week after week, or around 20 to 40 minutes of cardio every day. Running, strolling, cycling, and swimming are only a couple instances of some cardio practices that can help consume fat and launch weight reduction. Summary: studies show that the more vigorous exercise individuals get, the more gut fat they will in general lose. Cardio may likewise help decrease midsection circuit, lower muscle versus fat, and increment bulk. 10. Drink coffee. Caffeine is an essential fixing in pretty much every fat-consuming enhancement, and in light of current circumstances. The caffeine found in espresso goes about as a focal sensory system energizer, expands digestion, and lifts the breakdown of unsaturated fats. Indeed, considers show that caffeine admission can briefly expand energy consumption and improve digestion by 3 to 11%. One enormous examination with more than 58,000 individuals tracked down that expanded caffeine admission was related with less weight acquire over a 12-year time span. Another investigation tracked down that higher caffeine admission was connected to a higher pace of achievement with weight reduction support among 2,623 individuals. To expand the medical advantages of espresso, avoid the cream and sugar. All things being equal, appreciate it dark or with a modest quantity of milk to keep the additional calories from piling up. Summary: coffee contains caffeine, which can build the breakdown of fat and raise digestion. Studies show that higher caffeine admission might be related with more noteworthy weight reduction. 11. Attempt high-intensity interval training, HIIT. Intense cardio exercise, otherwise called HIIT, is a type of activity that sets speedy eruptions of movement with short recuperation periods to keep your pulse raised. Studies show that HIIT can be staggeringly compelling at inclining up fat consuming and advancing weight reduction. One examination tracked down that youngsters performing HIIT for 20 minutes multiple times week by week lost a normal of 4.4 pounds, 2 kilograms, of muscle versus fat over a 12-week term, even with no different changes to their eating routine or way of life. They likewise encountered a 17% decrease in stomach fat just as a critical reduction in abdomen perimeter. HIIT may likewise help you consume more calories in a more limited measure of time than different types of cardio. As per one investigation, performing HIIT assisted individuals with wrecking to 30% a greater number of calories than different sorts of activity, like cycling or running, in a similar measure of time. For a simple method to begin with HIIT, Have a go at shifting back and forth among strolling and running or running for 30 seconds all at once. You can likewise cycle between practices like burpees, push-ups or squats with a brief rest period in the middle. Summary: HIIT can help increment fat consuming and consume more calories in a more limited measure of time than different types of activity. 12. Add probiotics to your diet. Probiotics are a sort of helpful microscopic organisms found in your stomach-related lot that have been appeared to improve numerous parts of well-being. Indeed, the microorganisms in your gut have been appeared to assume a part in everything from invulnerability to emotional well-being. Expanding your admission of probiotics through one or the other food or enhancements may likewise help fire up fat consuming and monitor your weight. One survey of 15 investigations showed that individuals who took probiotics experienced altogether bigger decreases in body weight, fat rate and weight file contrasted with the individuals who took a fake treatment. Another little investigation showed that taking probiotic supplements helped individuals following a high-fat, fatty eating routine forestall fat and weight acquire. Certain strains of probiotics in the sort Lactobacillus might be particularly powerful at supporting weight and fat misfortune. One examination in 28 individuals showed that eating yogurt containing either Lactobacillus fermentum or Lactobacillus amylovirus microbes diminished muscle versus fat by 3 to 4%. Taking enhancements is a fast and simple approach to get in a concentrated portion of probiotics consistently. On the other hand, you can have a go at adding some probiotic-rich food varieties to your eating routine, for example, kefir, tempeh, natto, fermented tea, kimchi and sauerkraut. Summary: taking probiotic supplements or expanding your admission of probiotics through food sources may help decrease body weight and fat rate. 13. Increment your iron intake. Iron is a significant mineral that has numerous essential capacities in the body. Likewise, with different supplements like iodine, a lack in iron may affect the strength of your thyroid organ. This little organ in your neck secretes chemicals that direct your digestion. Different investigations have tracked down that low degrees of iron in the body might be related with hindered thyroid capacity and a disturbance in the creation of thyroid chemicals. Regular side effects of hypothyroidism, or diminished thyroid capacity, incorporate shortcoming, weariness, windedness and weight acquire. Also, a lack in iron can cause side effects like weakness, tipsiness, migraines and windedness. Treating iron lack can permit your digestion to work all the more productively and can ward off weakness to help increment your movement level. One examination even found that when 21 ladies were treated for iron inadequacy, they encountered decreases in body weight, midsection circuit and weight list. Tragically, numerous individuals don't get sufficient iron in their weight control plans. Ladies, babies, youngsters, veggie lovers and vegans are all at a higher danger of iron insufficiency. Make certain to consolidate a lot of iron-rich food varieties in your eating regimen to help meet your iron necessities and keep up your digestion and energy levels. You can discover iron in meat, poultry, fish, braced grains and cereals, verdant green vegetables, dried leafy foods. Summary: an insufficiency in iron might be related with debilitated thyroid capacity and can cause manifestations like exhaustion and windedness. One examination found that treating iron insufficiency helped in weight reduction. 14. Try intermittent fasting out. Intermittent fasting is an eating routine example that includes cycling between times of eating and fasting. Examination shows that discontinuous fasting may help upgrade both weight reduction and fat misfortune. One survey took a gander at the impacts of discontinuous fasting, including substitute day fasting, a technique that includes shifting back and forth between long stretches of fasting and eating regularly. They tracked down that other day fasting over a time of 3 to 12 weeks diminished body weight by up to 7% and diminished muscle to fat ratio by as much as 12 pounds, 5.5 kilograms. Another little investigation showed that eating just during an 8-hour window every day assisted diminishing with fatting mass and keep up bulk when joined with opposition preparing. There are a few distinct kinds of irregular fasting, including some place you eat just on specific days of the week and others where eating is limited to explicit hours of the day. Well-known kinds of irregular fasting incorporate Eat Stop Eat, the Warrior Diet, the 16/8 strategy and the 5-2 eating regimen. Discover a variety that finds a place with your timetable and way of life and don't be hesitant to investigation to discover what turns out best for you. Summary: Intermittent fasting has been appeared to diminish body weight and muscle versus fat and may help protect bulk when joined with opposition preparing. The bottom line. There are a lot of choices accessible to help you shed abundance fat and improve your well-being. Joining some sound propensities into your everyday practice and changing around your eating regimen can have a major effect. Indeed, even minor changes to your way of life can affect fat consuming. Make certain to combine these basic hints with a nutritious, balanced eating routine and dynamic way of life to at the same time help fat breakdown and improve your general well-being.